Now let's listen to some news clips to hear if we can find any clues in what they're saying is coming.
You think most big stores are accepting the chip technology, but not all yet?
Well, I think they're switching over to it. I think it's going to be a process. I read something earlier tonight that said that credit card companies are telling stores to really get ready for this by the fall of 2015.
Congressional lawmakers have reached a deal valued at more than $1 trillion to keep the U.S. government operated and funded through September 2015.
Tonight there is a spacecraft en route to that spec. As spacecraft go, this is a fast one. It's considered a sports car, but the trip will still take 9 years.
The first detailed report back, not expected until 2015.
Not expected until 2015.
The planet also means, very concretely, our very survival. We are, all of you know it, on the edge of a climatic abyss. In fact, we have 500 days to avoid a climate chaos.
We have 500 days to avoid a climate chaos. Very important issue of climate change, climate chaos, and I said that we had 500 days to avoid climate chaos. And
I want a countdown clock to climate chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. It's only fair to know when the chaos is going to arrive.
There will be climate chaos coming up within 500 days, which takes us to September 24th, 2015. What's he talking about?
On the International Day of Peace, the United Nations calls for a complete cessation of hostilities around the world. Peace and security are essential foundations for social progress and sustainable development.
When they say peace and security, then sudden destruction comes on them, like labor pains come on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape.
Let's look at some of the cards from the Illuminati game that have the 923 and 924 hidden in them. This game originally came out in 1982, and in the rule book for the expansion set from 1983, Robert Shea wrote, "Maybe the Illuminati are behind this game. They must be. They are, by definition, behind everything." I believe the Illuminati are behind this game, and many of the cards have already taken place. I believe that they hid the 923 and 924 dates right in many of the cards. This card, called Seize the Time, shows what looks like an asteroid hitting the Earth. You can see the 9 and the slash, and then if you add up the 9 plus 12 plus 3, you get 24. So I think that this card is showing 924, something is hitting the Earth. The next card is called Barcodes, and we see the 666. If we turn the 6's upside down, we see 9's, and then we have the 23 and 24 numbers hidden in the barcode also. This reminds me of the Miley Cyrus song called 23, where we see the 666 and 923 hidden as well. We then have the Warehouse 23 card, where the 9/23 is very clearly shown. The Pave the Earth card also has the 923 hidden. We can see the 9 in two different ways on this card. The next card is called Convenience Stores, and the 923 is connected here to the word lotto, which takes us back to the Deep Impact movie talking about a lottery and showing the 923 date also.
A network of immense caves has been constructed. We're going to hold a national lottery. We can put 1 million people in them for 2 years. It is our new Noah's Ark.
The next card is called Mass Murder, and again we see the 923 hidden here. Then we have the Pledge Drive card, where 923 is hidden twice in the numbers. Finally, we have the card called Vatican City, where we have the 9 with the W, which is the 23rd letter of the alphabet. So here we have the Pope and the 923 hidden right when he is scheduled to be at the White House. Let's listen to what others are saying about this event.
This is Washington, D.C., and it actually maps out the grievous head wound coming for when all this begins. You can see the Pope right there. Perfect. Now right over here, you can actually see this jet coming with a big punch, just like the last 9/11 event. See this big jet coming right there? Perfect. And it's all supposed to happen. It's actually the time of the eagle nest, when the eagle rises for the rapture event.
Pope Francis, he's coming to Washington.
While he's there, he'll pay a visit to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
The Pope is coming to America, but specifically visiting Washington. The White House announcing that the President and the First Lady will host Pope Francis on September 23rd during his first ever papal visit to the United States. They're going to pick up their conversation begun during the President's trip to the Vatican a year ago. That's what the White House says.
The Pope is scheduled to make his first papal visit to the United States this fall, and it promises to be historic.
On September 24th, His Holiness, Pope Francis, will visit us here at the United States Capitol. That day, His Holiness will be the first Pope in our history to address a joint session of Congress. We're humbled that the Holy Father has accepted our invitation and certainly look forward to receiving his message on behalf of the American people.
Today we learned the papal visit has been designated a national special security event, meaning that Secret Service, Homeland Security, and the FBI will all be playing a role.
Tomorrow morning we wake up and all of a sudden it's on every major news station. Here's the President of the United States of America. Here's the presidents of Europe and China, Gog Magog, and they're standing there, and right in front of them is Petrus Romanus, the final pope on the 800-year-old prophecy of the Catholics, and he is saying, we have an announcement to make.
Certainly look forward to receiving his message on behalf of the American people.
And it promises to be historic.
And he is saying, we have an announcement to make. We are in contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Or we have an announcement to make. They're here.
Why would they need to disclose to us about aliens unless the rapture had just happened or was imminent as part of the plan to cover up the rapture event and make it seem like an alien intervention of our planet to save humanity from extinction?
In 1938, a South American prophet named Benjamin Paravicini drew this picture and wrote, "The Pope will go on journeys far from the Vatican and will arrive to America. Meanwhile, the humanity will fall down."
And so I said, well, Lord, what does it all mean? And I hope someone can answer this for me. He said, when you see Pope Francis meet with President Obama, all hell is going to break loose. All hell is going to break loose. I believe it's sometime around this final blood moon that is also seen in Israel. The only one of the four that's seen in Israel.
But if something is going to happen this cycle, then the pattern is it happens at the end of the cycle or the end of the Shemitah. And that, as you said, that focuses around the time of September, which is the Hebrew month of Tishri. A great shaking is coming to America, and we need to be ready. September, which is the Hebrew month of Tishri. A great shaking is coming to America, and we need to be ready.
Now, they had this event on September 5th. In the evening for this Stand Up to Cancer. This is a wonderful event. Yes, nobody's saying anything bad about this in any way or anything, but it did seem very ironic that for only 1 hour this was on. It was on nearly every station, even on cable. It was permeated everywhere. Yes, we all want to stop cancer, but this had to be a different type of sign going on in front of us, with everybody wearing this shirt right here, as if it's saying, September, we are going up. This is the arrow of the first horseman of the apocalypse. He has an arrow. And then we have a 2 and a C. They really love the number 23, like 2 3s for 33. A C is known as a 3. So we have September, the arrow goes, and the 23rd right here. That's what all of this means through here.
And I'm proclaiming the acceptable year of the Lord from now until September 23rd, 2015, Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement. Starting September 24th, 2015, I will be announcing the coming of the glorious kingdom and His Majesty. So that should be interesting, seeing what's going to happen September 23rd and September 24th.